here with you, and today we're here to do some cards. And I pulled out a bunch of different leftover cardstock that might be used for matting some of my cards. I'm going to be using the Times Fly from In Love Art. I shared with you guys this paper pack last time, and Elizabeth mentioned how it would be fun if I made some masculine cards, so I thought that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to be using that paper pack. I've also decided to do something that I know you guys love, which is recycled old cards or images, because I mean this is a calendar. So these are all cards that I have gotten. Oh, there's two beautiful pictures here that I've gotten from folks, from you guys. I think Francis sent me a bunch of them, but there might be some other people that send me some anyway. So those are the images I've pulled out that I thought might work with this. I also have a bunch of different embellishments. I've got some gears. I brought out some brads. Those are super long, but I thought it would be a nice embellishment if I punched a few and put them in. I've got some wooden gears. I've got some, these are snowman buttons, but on the other side of the snowman, there's just a natural color wood. So I thought that might be, actually the snowman is upside down. So I thought it might be fun to use this side. I tried to pull out as much as I could ahead of time. I might not have thought of everything, and when I'm doing the card, maybe something is going to pop into my mind. I brought out some ribbon that I thought might work. I've got some other, two other sets of buttons, some bigger ones, and a whole big batch of these, which I had bought a whole big bag at the thrift store, and they're all wood buttons and they're just really pretty. So that might be a good thing as well. So I'm going to leave the cover on because, knowing me, I'm going to spill them and have them all over my room. Now, one of the things I want to do is use, I'm not going to put a sentiment on the cards because I want to sell the set of 5 that I'm going to make. So they're going to be in my Etsy store. If you go and check it out, I will put the link in the description box below for the set of the cards. So what I'm going to do is provide the cards and provide an extra card to use as backing for these words, and I'm going to provide the person that buys the card one column out of every single sheet. So this basically, I was tired of not having enough choices for my Etsy store, for when I was making the sets. And I just realized that here my my font didn't fit quite fully, so I'm gonna have to adjust this. If you've purchased it already before me adjusting it, I'll resend you the PDF of this sheet. So basically, I made myself 6 different sheets of sentiments. So I've got happy birthday with all kinds of different fonts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fonts, and got 3 columns, so 30 happy birthdays. And then I've made them in both English and French because I find that there's not a lot of French. So I figured that this would be fun to have the sentiments in French as well. So if you're French and you want to have some sentiments, because sometimes you want to have different options, and so it's kind of nice to have so many different fonts on just one paper. So then I've got the thank yous and the merci, and I have the hello and the bonjour. So I'm hoping that you guys are going to like these. Like I said, I put them in my Etsy store already. I'm gonna have to do something about that birthday. So I'm gonna put that, not, where's my birthday? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that one. And I'll take a note so that I can actually correct this one, because I didn't notice until looking at it very closely. All the other ones are all fine. I made sure to make them big enough, but to have them, you know, have enough room to be able to write the full thing. And in one of them, the bun fight, I had to change one of the fonts because it wasn't possible to use it wasn't possible to have the accent circonflexe on the E. So yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna provide this because the masculine cards could be used for all kinds of occasion. So I figured it would be better to provide one of the sheets instead of trying to make the cards for a specific purpose. This way, whoever gets them can decide what purpose they want for their cards. So here are the different papers that we've got to work with, and I'm trying to see which paper would go with what type of, I don't want love. This could be cool, especially if I use like this here, that part of it. So that might be one. This is a pretty one, because I'm thinking maybe there's a few that have a bit of blue in them. Like this might be pretty, very pretty on this. And so could this actually. And even that one would be pretty. So we could use this. So I'm going to pull out those two sheets. That could be something, but I'm not sure. That's not going to work because there's too many designs on it. Love the coffee. Here you could just cut out the coffees and use those in your journaling. That would be perfect. And this one is also very pretty, but I don't think it's going to fit. So I think I'm going to remove the brick paper. And I'm going to go with these here and decide as we go which one fits better. So put this aside. So I hope you're doing well. I hope that you had a nice Easter with your family, be it fur babies or other or actual family, like actual humans. I shouldn't have said actual family because the fur babies are family. Like my fur babies are totally part of the family. Why is this crooked? I feel like this is crooked. When I'm putting this here to cut out the, it doesn't, oh no, it's just me. Oh boy. I'm gonna keep this sentiment because why not? Because that's the type of stuff I do. And I'm gonna keep this one as well, the on your birthday, because I could put birthday and just put a happy. And that's a very pretty thing. So that could be a card in itself. So I'm gonna put that back into my bin of recycled cards, and I can use this for something else. So these are gonna go back into the bin. Now, this can be cut in a few ways. We could put maybe 2. Yeah, 2 would be perfect. So let's do that. I could do exactly here, and I have it for 2 cards. And okay, so now the decision comes to what paper to put underneath. Like this. I could recover this full thing with that. That might be pretty. I do have a big sheet of it. I also have a smaller sheet of it. So maybe I could use the smaller sheet. And because it's going to be done with that, then I'm also going to include some of that as some of the leftover scraps, so that it can be used for putting the sentiment, because that would work best. I really want to make sure that whoever purchases the set of cards can finish them the way they want. Okay, so put that here. And so I'm not putting the timer today, just because I'm doing the 5 cards and that's going to be it. And it's going to take as long as it takes to make them. And usually it pretty much takes, I guess that would be sufficient to put a sentiment on. So I'm just going to cut the little trail and keep that piece with the pile. So yeah, it usually takes me about the same amount of time every time to make cards, even though, you know, I figure sometimes that it's going to go much faster, and at the end of the day it doesn't go as fast. I'm thinking it might be nice to do some distressing. I think I'm going to do it once it's glued down. Just because of this paper here, it's kind of distressed. Like it's, yeah, it reminds me of old wood, and it kind of goes with the boat because of that, I find. And so I'm just gonna distress the edge of the card a bit, because why not? I don't do that often enough. Got all these tools and I need to use them. So you might have seen on my YouTube, I've been doing the 30 days, the 30 inks in 30 days. Man, I have trouble saying that. And I'm having such a lot of fun doing it. It's just like, oh, it's very, very fun to participate in this. And I'm finding so many, like I'm discovering so many new inks, so many new pens, so many new friends through this. It's quite a community, the fountain pen world. Really fun. Okay, I think these little pieces, if I don't use them, I'll include them as well in the package of the cards. Because why not? I think it would be a fun thing to have, these little extra bits. And do I want to line this or not? I think I might not want to line it. Big decisions. Thing is, if I was to line it, then the sentiment could be put underneath. But at the same time, I kind of like it that way. And they don't need to have a sentiment on them. Like, you can if you want, but you don't have to. And I just find, I don't know, I'm thinking that, oh, yes, I'm liking this. So I think I'm going to do it like that. And of course, whoa, oh man, that was almost a disaster. That thing is coming undone like you have no, there's no tomorrow. It's pretty bad. So I like putting twine in my little buttons. I just find that it gives an added little touch. Just makes it more finish. And where's the hole? Okay, and then just do a little knot like this. Just gonna trim the little tails off, and voila, I think that's gonna be very pretty. So let's do this again. So you can recycle basically any images. You've seen me use a lot of book pages in the past. You see me, this is from a card, but we've also got one from a calendar. So basically everything can be used. Just up to you to think about it. And of course these little tails are flying everywhere, so I'm going to have little twine pieces everywhere, but oh well. The dangers of crafting. Whoops! Go. So like that. This, remove that. I cut it a bit big, but anyway, it's gonna have to do. So, did I glue this piece down? Yeah. So now just glue this piece. And if I want to leave enough space so that a sentiment can be put, but it doesn't have to. Put this underneath. Okay, come on. Oops. Like so. So yeah, I have a lot of cards, so that's why I'm putting these in my more birthday cards right now. I still have a lot in my stash. So I figured birthdays or even hellos, I still have a lot of those as well. Because have been making a few, and I found another stash of my cards. So I really have a lot that I need to use up. So it's kind of better for me to let these go. So that's the first card done. Okay, then we've got this image, because of course now I want to use that. That could be pretty just like that. Do I go with that, or do I go with, no, for that? What about that one? No, I still prefer that. I don't want the cards to be all exactly the same, so I'm not gonna. Would this work? No. I like putting more layers, so I'm trying to figure out if there's a layer or something that I can put that would work with this. I do have some black. That's a bit dark. I don't really like that. Unless I go with blues as the full background. And that's not something, of course it's not something I had pulled out because I didn't think about it. So how about that? That would be very pretty. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna have covered all my card base. I thought I had chosen the perfect card base to use with these, but I guess I don't know. Putting that in the pile of scraps to send along with the cards. So I'm going to do the same with this because I'm not going to be using these two little bits. Go. I'm gonna do that and put this, and there's some gold here. I'm thinking that it might be fun to put like three brads at the bottom. Like, I really think it would be pretty. Maybe I should glue this down first and then decide. Let's glue that piece and the top piece, and then I can decide how I'm gonna put the brads. Okay, so put that over here, and it's crooked. Feels crooked. So I could do like 3 down, or I could do 3 across. I think I'm going to do them across. So let's put one here. And I'm just gonna, not gonna fold both because it's gonna go over the edge if I do that. So I'm gonna fold it that way. And I just need the placing so that I can better choose where next to put it. Because obviously this is it's not going to be perfectly straight, but I'm never perfectly straight. I think that makes a nice little embellishment. Turn this over. Make sure these are pressed down properly. I'm going to put some Soho tape over them so that they're not moving anymore. And it makes them secure. So like that. Whoa, no, no, no. No, 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 no. No. Yeah. Somehow. Just adjusting it a bit. Okay, so I need to make sure that I don't mess up. Gluing this thing down. And I've got, it's here we go. Here we go. I like it. I think it makes a difference. And it's pretty, and then the sentiment could be put here. Yeah, could be pretty even with something like that. So that's the second one. Now for the next one, which one do we want to use? It's a nice one. Don't necessarily want all boats. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna cut just like that. And might have been better off with a little bit more road. I'm thinking I'm gonna try something out. Wonder if I could split the image up like that, just to make it interesting. I don't know. We will see. Otherwise, I'm just gonna use this one. This could be probably pretty much just like that. It's a nice color for this. I'm not sure. Too dark. Okay, let's cut this and see, because it's kind of hard when I don't see the edge on the other side. Oops. Like that. Like the use of something that brings the color of the roof in a bit. And if I do that, there's more layering, so I don't feel like I'm going to need embellishments with this one. Maybe just the image like that. I think that turned out pretty cool. So let's put this together. I love using my scraps. Okay, so like that. And these two scraps are going in the pile of scraps to sand. Then we've got this one here, which is So how do I play this one? I don't know what I will do with this one. I will probably end up using it for ATC or something. It's not working out for me. This one, however, I think would be very pretty. Possibly. Do I use it with, I don't know. Let's cut it down to size. That's gonna help. So, do I use this with it? Use this. Or do I use that? Let's cut this one down a bit just so that I have an idea of the full size of it. Because I've got a feeling we're going to have a little strip of that, and that could be interesting. Yeah, that might be interesting. I think I'm gonna cut it like that, and this will be used as a background or something, or something else for a future project. I like it better that way. I want to cut that piece out. Now it's bothering me. Because I didn't notice that there was a name on it. And somehow it doesn't fit anymore. I don't like it anymore. Okay, so cut this a little bit down. And cut this as well. I feel that the image is too big. But could leave a space and put the sentiment. So I will attach this to the stuff that I'm sending out. because I think that would be the way to go. Either that or just put the sentiment here. Or do I glue it straight down? And because it does finish the card, and you could just leave it like that and not do anything else, or put a sentiment on it. Actually, I'm gonna do that because otherwise I feel like the card is missing something, and I want the cards to be able to be sent as they are, or with an added sentiment. I like this gap. I wish it would have worked with the ducks. I thought it might work with the ducks, but it's all the dark space beside. Maybe if I was to remove some of the forest and do it that way. No. Nope. Okay. And then I think for the last card we're gonna use another boat. This goes in the pile to be given. Let's try it this way. So put it about here. Yeah, it's simple, but I like it. Cards don't have to be super complicated. Sometimes simple works out the best. So that's what I'm going for. So here we go. Whoops. So here we go. So those are the 5 cards that are going to be in my Etsy store, as well as all the scraps that I've made. I have 2 full sheets here. Those are going to go back into my pile of papers from In Love Art. So go and check it out. It's going to be in the description box below, the link to that paper. So in case you're interested. And I just want to put all the little bits and pieces together. So all of these are going to be included into that, as well as I'm going to also send along these 2 pieces, so you've got more to play with. And let's put a nice little paper clip on it to hold it. So yeah, that one's a bit tight. Okay, maybe I can loosen it up a bit. So this is a little camera paper clip. So I think it's going to be cute. So it's going to be part of the package with these 5 cards. So I hope that this has inspired you to try to recycle some of the cards that you have. Like I said, you can do so much, and I could have used book paper or other material, but I had that beautiful paper, so obviously wanted to use it, and figured that this would be a great way to share it with you guys. But I did use a lot of my other scraps, so like that, and like the card base here. And I'm glad to be sending along the rest of those other little pieces so that they don't go into my scrap pile. So anyway, love you guys. Hope you're all safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!